Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Aggressive Defiance Reacts. I hope you're here for the chit chat. I hope you're here to hang out. But hey, either way, let's do this.
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up. And when the music fucking hits, you better jump.
How y'all living today, man? How y'all doing? What's good, everybody? I salute all of you that's already in this chat. Thank you for being here. I sure do appreciate you. I do. Let's see here. All right. Who we got in here? What we got going on? Doot, 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 doodle, doot, 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 doodle, doot, 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 doodle-doo, doodle-doo. How are you, man? We got 42 people in here. How you guys doing today? Let me start at the top here. Jeez Louise. What's up, Stacy? How are you, Miss January? What's up, Christy Dye? How are you? Welcome, Brandy. Welcome, 1985. How y'all living, guys? Y'all doing good? We need light in here. We good? What's up? What's up, pretty bird? How are you? Hey, what's up? I've had a pretty good day today, man. I slept in like a mug. I slept in till at least 12 o'clock. I think it was 12:30 before I got up. What's up, hillbilly? You already know. Mitzi Hayes, how are you? What's up, Mitzi? Amy, hello, Amy. What's up? China, baby. No, not gunshots. There. What's up, Ellen? Ellen. We got Texas Yvette in the building. What's up, Yvette? How are you guys? So, what's up, Leanne? Thank you for your 420 drop last night. I did not see that till I got off, but I thank you. I appreciate you so much. Florida Life in the Sun. How are you, Florida Life in the Sun? Miss KDE. Hello there. Hello. Joseph Henley. What's good, Joseph Henley? How are you? You guys ready to hang out? Chill. What's up, TT? And Angel Crispin. What's up, buddy? What's good? Have I missed anybody? No. We got Angela Sparks in the building. We got Angela in the house. Anybody new? Come on, come out the woodwork. Come on in the chat. What's up, Mary Coughlin? Hello. Hello, hello, MC. What's up, Indian? How are you today? I know you're doing good. What's up, Susan? Good to see you, Susan. Man, y'all are lovely today. Y'all really showed up and showed out. Damn. What's up, Jessica Lynn? How are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm just saying hello to all my peoples. You know, my peoples. We're going to be going over a few things today. Some things I think that are new to the case. Um, I honestly think they might be getting a little bit closer. Just a little bit though. I'm not saying that they're getting real close to catching the killer, but I'm thinking that they're getting closer to finding a body. That's all I'm saying. I'm waiting to try this new Coca-Cola. It's called Float. I'm ready to try that because I love floats. Oh, Carl, what's up, Randy? You think so too? I think they're not telling us, but I've got this real good sense that they're on their way to finding out where Nancy is. I'm not sure if they're ever going to find the person that did this, but they will soon find out where she is. Because I mean, how often does somebody not find a body, right? Usually there's always the body found or always the person that was murdered. If there's enough search, they will find her. They will run up on her. What's up, Carol? How are you doing? What's up in Scotland, baby? Sending love to Scotland. Sending all my love to Scotland, y'all. I cannot do this very well. I don't get it. It kind of looks like a heart, don't it? Yeah, looks like a heart. Okay. Hello, Carol. I just like they said that the people that are, I think it was 1% of the people that are abducted are elderly. 1%, y'all. That is astronomical numbers. You don't think they have been searching enough? More talk than action? I agree. I agree. But, I don't know how good some of these people can be with this internet stuff. So, like, I'm not fucking, what's up, Katarina? Thank you. I feel like they've probably scoured the internet. They've probably, ran back some of these clues that have come in over the internet. You got to believe, right? That these people that are sending ransom notes, you got to believe they've been traced back. The people that set up these Bitcoin accounts, they got to believe, I got to believe they've been traced back, right? But you guys are absolutely correct when it comes to them not doing much. You never see them. Hello there, China baby. Let me go ahead and love that and like it too. Thank you, China baby. I appreciate you. Say you, AD. I love you, man. Let's get this goal started. We love you too, China. I appreciate you, love. Thanks for helping me out, yo. Much appreciated.
Right now, 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 right now.
For those that don't know, I am cleared to start back working tomorrow. I work from 6 to 1. Then I work from 6 to 2, 6 to 2, and then 6 to 3, I think. Or it's 6 to 1, 6 to 2, 6 to 3, 6 to 2. Pretty good damn hours, man. I'm going to ask them, will they just keep me on 4 days for now? I want to make sure I'm not overdoing it. You know what I mean? But I got a few people at work that I can lean on, if something's kind of heavy, I could be like, hey, bro, come help me with this. I got a lot of people that are going to be helping me out, as much as I need it. Thank you guys so much, man. I want to cry. I'm ready to get back to life, man. I am ready to get back to life. I haven't had blood in my urine for about 3 days now. For about 3 days, it's been clear of all blood. They said to be prepared for it to start bleeding again because the scab will end up coming off and I'll probably urinate that. What do I do? I work in a factory. I make automobile parts. Well, robots make them, but we check the final product, and I work on die cutting machines, die machine presses, all that kind of stuff. I will. I'm definitely going to try to take it easy, as much as I can. I don't want to go in there and kind of like lean on everybody. That's why I kind of waited. But I feel good. I feel really good. Today I picked up a big thing of litter for cat, and it didn't bother me at all. It's at least 20 pounds, I guess, but it didn't bother me at all. So hopefully I'll be all right. What was it that I was looking for? Was it on this one? Yes, if you could please hit that like button, y'all. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay. Let me find these. That's what I'll do. I put them under the wrong damn channel. We just put them in there like this. There's the one. Okay, I'm gonna bring in only the things that I think that they're relevant now. As you all know, Tamosso popped out the woodwork, so obviously he's not left the country, or he just got back or something. Because hello, Leslie, what's up, Gertie? Uh, Obviously he didn't go anywhere. Those reports were off. Um, but he appeared to be standing next to his wife at the memorial. He is also shaved his face off. And then the guy Luke Daly that Brittany interviewed, he also shaved his face off. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate you. Kimmy, what up, KO? Love y'all, man. Y'all ready? Enough about me. I believe he's still a suspect. I do. Um, Somebody said in the Discord, people are, I forget who it was. I think it might have been Kim, that people appear to be stoic in public, but who knows what's happening in their own world, who knows if they're breaking down without us being able to see. Who knows? And maybe that's what we've seen with Annie and Tommaso at that gathering. Maybe they're just out there being stoic, and when they're at home, they break down. But that's the way people appear to try to be. And Kim was right about that. He was acting very strange. Luke was. Something seemed deceptive. I agree too, man. And his face was shaved. And Tommaso. What's the chances that both of them shave all of their face? Really, really weird.
Arizona in the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Look at these photos. It appears that the masked suspect who was...
I think that's two different guys, too. And they're just wearing the same outfits. So now we know we can look for where did they buy these outfits? When did they buy them? Because they bought doubles of everything. Or triples. Because it looks like they're in the same outfit. But that guy that on the left seems to have a thicker neck than the guy on the right. And he seems a little bit thicker to me. But apparently this was nights before, or days before. They don't want to tell us when. Luke was nervous, and he was over-explaining. Said he doesn't think he looks like the guy in the photo. Yeah, he definitely looks like the guy in the photo. And who does that? Who says that's weird? To even say, I don't even look like the guy. That's a very, very lying, what liars do. They try to like spin whatever evidence they do have. Hello, Nana and Peppa. Annie's vehicle tells a story, in my opinion, since it's part of the investigation now. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they haven't got it back. But I think these are two different people that we're looking at here. I think the one on the left is a little more broad and bigger than the one on the right. And I think maybe even taller.
Caught on Nancy Guthrie's front door camera went to her home before the night that she disappeared. These two photos of the suspect were taken on 2 different nights. That is according to sources who spoke with News Nation. You can see in the...
If anybody has that link to the interview with Luke, please shoot that to me on Discord,
photo
please.
On the left, he's not wearing that backpack or the gun holster that he has in the front on the photo on the right. Let's go right now to News Nation's Brian Enton live for us in Tucson. Brian, how did they get this second photo? Is this from the same Google search of the software from that front doorbell Nest camera?
Okay, before he answers, I think it was. You think it's the same guy on both pictures? Okay. Thank you for answering that, because I like to hear other people's opinions as well. It could be the same guy. It couldn't be, But apparently he was there on 2 different occasions.
Yeah, it appears to be from the same camera, Elizabeth, and this is something that has perplexed us for a while because the photos look different. Why was the suspect wearing the backpack? That was the first thing I noticed. Why was the suspect wearing the backpack in one photo, which you see there on the right, and not wearing the backpack in the photo on the left? And now we do have sources confirming to us the reason is because the photo...
Yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are fucking awesome, dude. All I had to say was find me that link and bada bing, bada boom, baby. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, 1985.
Those were taken on different days. We know one of the photos is from the day that Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped, early morning hours of February 1st. When that other photo was taken, we do not know the day, but we know that it was not at the same time that the other photo was taken when Nancy was kidnapped. It was a previous day, which would indicate that this...
Okay, so can we stop saying, the law enforcement hasn't agreed to that? Law enforcement has agreed to that, because here's Brian Enton right now saying it is 2 different days. I think Luke was dating somebody that was family, wasn't he? Something like that.
Suspect was at Nancy's house days before the kidnapping, Elizabeth.
That is chilling. All right, Brian Enton, we'll have the very latest from Tucson. Thank you so much, Brian.
That is scary, bro. Hey, you know what that means, guys? That means when you have time and you're able to do it. So when you have time, go back through your recordings. Go back through the last night and just peep and see if anybody's on your cameras. Because something like that could have very well stopped this from happening. Somebody going back, what happened last night on my cameras. Very few of us do this. I don't do it. I never look what happened last night when I wake up. But you could have stopped something like this by doing that. Right? Just wake up, go back on your cameras. Okay, let's reverse a little bit. Let's see what happened last night while I was in bed. Oh, shit. Somebody's caught on the camera with a ski mask on. Boom. You let authorities know. I don't know if it stops this from happening, but I don't know. I don't know. But it's a good idea to do that. Just check out what's been happening that night. Who cares if nothing was triggered? Who cares if you didn't get a notification? Just go back and look. See who all is peeping around your house at night. It's a good idea. It's a damn good idea.
For that breaking news update.
We have new developments this morning in the Nancy Guthrie case. There's renewed focus on images of the masked man caught on her doorbell camera right on her front porch. one of the suspect without a backpack, stirring questions over whether or not he may have shown up at her door days before.
Okay, so they're saying the suspect. So they obviously think that that's the same person as well. I don't know. He kind of looked a little bit different to me. Yes, Jessica Lynn, check your cameras, man. I'm a problem with this. I never get up and look at my damn Ring camera and see who's been at my door the night before. I never do it. But you know what? I'm going to start now.
Her abduction on February 1st. News Nation national correspondent Nancy Liu is outside the Guthrie home in Tucson for us. Nancy, also have to mention right off the top, there's no confirmed timestamp on these images. So what are investigators saying about them?
Well, Marky, this new information about the suspect seems to indicate that Nancy Guthrie and her home were targeted and that her abduction apparently involves surveillance and planning. Sources are telling News Nation that the image of the suspect at the front porch.
Dude, could you imagine having to sift through 36,000 reports? Could you imagine being that person that you have to sift through it all and try to and see about every single report? Because the most dumbest report could be something that goes with this. You believe it's a different person as well? I think it did look like two, but somebody's eyes may be better than mine. This is all theories anyway, so anybody can think whatever they want. Anybody can have whatever opinion they want. You guys know that in this chat. I even try to bounce them off of yours. Oh, yeah, he does. He lives close to Nancy. Don't they still have his, or they get rid of his?
Without a backpack on the left side here is from a day sometime before February 1st. And the image on the right is from that morning of the kidnapping with what looked to be the same masked man at the front door, this time with a backpack and a gun in a front holster.
Thanks to y'all, man.
Sheriff's Department.
I'm gonna blaze up this hooter in memory and appreciation for all y'all that had my back, man. All of y'all. I appreciate you guys.
Acknowledged those images last night, confirming they're aware the suspect appears in different stages of attire, but warned there are no date or timestamps on the footage, calling any suggestion that the photos were taken on different days purely speculative. Now, it's suspected to be why the FBI and Sheriff's Department have been asking neighbors for any security footage of suspicious people or cars since the start of the year. And according to some neighbors, law enforcement have had particular interest in footage from January 11th. With the doorbell camera.
So this blood, we've already ruled out now that was not there before, because in one of the Nest cameras where he was trying to get in, you cannot see blood on the porch, but there's blood when they're leaving. So that blood was from her that night. I love you too, Nana. Like it has to be, because when you look at that footage, there is no blood on the ground, but there is after she has left. Would it be kind of weird that two guys would wear the same clothes? That'd be the smartest thing to do, really. It would be. Thank you, Hillbilly. It would be very smart of them. I'll tell you that. That way they couldn't. That would be smart as shit, really. It's a good point. Shout out to China baby daughter, Jessica Lynn. Shout out to Jessica Lynn, man. Appreciate you. That's your daughter? Shout out to Jessica Lynn, man. Your mama's a great lady. Great person.
Camera apparently taken by the suspect. It's not known what caused the blood splatter outside the front door. Testing confirmed the blood was Nancy Guthrie's. The 84-year-old was reported missing at around noon on Sunday, February 1st, when she failed to join friends for an online church service. And after 2 raids on persons of interest, which didn't pan out, and multiple ransom notes with threats and financial demands that have also faded away. The search for Guthrie is now well into a fourth week. More specific information about these suspect images could help with identification, and the sheriff's department is still working to pinpoint details about the man's shoes, his pants, as well as his jacket. And Marky, I don't know if you notice in the side-by-side, that jacket, maybe two different jackets. It certainly doesn't look to be the same jacket in that side-by-side picture. Let's take a listen to this new message from Savannah Guthrie.
Hi there.
Welcome, Jenny. Welcome to the screen,
yo. Say it is day 24 since our mom was taken in the dark of night from her bed.
Damn.
And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then of worrying about her.
I'm not sure either.
Fearing for her, aching for her.
Oh,
and most of all, just missing her. Just missing her.
Oh, it's so sad, dude.
We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying of every faith and no faith at all. Praying for her return. And we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home.
That's sad, man. I feel so horrible for this family.
Hope.
At least for Savannah.
As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves.
She's not lost.
And is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy.
That's so sad to think of, man.
What is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home.
Yeah.
For that reason, we are offering
he has lost weight.
A family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800-TIP line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. And we are begging you to please come forward now. We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively.
I think everybody's heard and seen this, right? I don't want to skip it if you haven't. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this. It's kind of old.
Our Nancy Lou back there in Tucson, we just listened to that together for the first time. Nancy Lou, that was just absolutely heart-wrenching and very powerful. Yeah. Asking for anybody, like, now is your moment. This is it. What did you make of the awards and the reward that was offered?
Shout out to all the members of this community. You guys aren't only members to AD's channel, you're members to Aggressive Defiance Community. Please make sure you get that members only Discord. If you're a paid member of this channel, make sure you get that Discord link. I appreciate y'all. If you're not a member yet, please make sure you become a member so you become part of this community.
And
we love all y'all.
For other missing families who are dealing with unbearable loss as well.
Yeah, it's just heart-wrenching to see and hear, and you just feel that pain that they are going through. but a $1 million family reward. I mean, that's remarkable.
I wouldn't be able to move on either.
That does bring the information that can, crack this case.
A lot of people are talking like, I don't know if I could move on either. I wouldn't even, as far, people were talking about her, when should she go back to work? What's the time frame on that? There is none in my eyes. There is not a time frame for that. You can't even give someone a time frame for that situation. That would be wrong of you to do as an employer, I think. Oh, not something in my eye. Damn it. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm selfish. I would not donate to a charity. I would put every single penny I had on every penny I had to find my mom. Well, the resources that could find your mom are the ones doing it, though. I know I stand with this. I wouldn't have given 500,000 to who she gave it to. I would have given it to a much smaller organization because they've got all the money they need. The Center for Foundation of Missing Women and Children, I think that is the richest one. Look up the fucking net worth of them. I would have given that 500 grand to a smaller organization that could have really put that 500 grand to use. It could have bought them equipment. It could have bought them billboards. It could have, like, I just think you gave it to the wrong person. And I'm not here to chastise that, I'm not here to put you down for that, Savannah. I'm not here to dog you. It's your money. You put it wherever you want. But that's probably where your people told you to put it. These types of people don't, like, Savannah makes so much money, she probably don't even live with her own brain. She gets told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and how to look doing it. We all know that. That's what Hollywood is. She probably doesn't even make her day-to-day decisions. She goes by in a fucking itinerary that somebody else made for her. But that's what you got to do when you want that kind of money. Man, I got something in my damn eye. You think they did it because of social media? I mean, I mean, you could have definitely given it to a much smaller organization, y'all. That could have put that kind of money to use, dude. The Center for Missing Children, they like search their net. I bet they're in the millions. I bet that 501c3 is worth millions. I say give it to a smaller one, and let them put that shit to use. But that's just me. Hello, Snuggle.
And sadly, she also acknowledged that Nancy Guthrie may already be gone home to heaven. But they need to know where she is.
We're not going to forget about the Nancy Guthrie story. As a matter of fact, we're headed to Arizona right now. It's day 23 in the search for Nancy, and our senior national correspondent, Brian Enton, is on the story live from Tucson from the beginning. Okay, Brian, what about today, even over the weekend? What are we learning?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that it's now day 23. I can't quite wrap my mind around it. It's now been three weeks, but we're still here. We're in Tucson. There were searches that happened all weekend long. Connell, I wanted to show you actually one of the areas where these volunteer searchers came out this weekend. There's these underground tunnels in Tucson that I didn't know existed until people started to talk about them. And the search crews actually came in several of these this weekend just to look, because you think about there's only so many places that the law enforcement can go, but when these volunteers get involved, they can really spread out.
Definitely a tax write-off for her. She's definitely getting that money back. No. Yeah, but I mean, we all know that if she gets out there and searches herself, she's not going to find her. I mean, but you might search and search and search. But at this point in time, she really does have to lean on law enforcement. That's not a good feeling, man. It's not. It's not a good feeling to have hope for someone else to find who you're looking for. I would have so many questions. I would be up the law enforcement's ass, y'all. I would. Every day. What's new? What's new? What leads we got? What's new? What's new? I would always be on my phone.
That's what they did. So they were in these tunnels. They searched pretty much this entire.
It says, hold up.
Places that the law.
Hold on. It says
I didn't know existed until people started to talk about them, and the search crews actually came in several of these this week.
The wall says white boy
just to
on
look,
the right,
because you think about there's only so many places that the law enforcement can go, but when these volunteers get
white boy
involved, they can really spread out, and that's what they did. So they were in these tunnels. They searched pretty much this entire one. We'll lose service if we keep going, but we walked through the entire thing too. They actually found a backpack in this area, and the Pima County Sheriff's Office came out to actually collect the backpack and take it into evidence. It didn't seem to match the backpack that we've seen in the surveillance photos and video, but still, nonetheless, these volunteers do seem to be helping. Now, day 23.
She wouldn't be able to go nowhere. She wouldn't be able to look for her mama. People would follow her. Paparazzi would be everywhere. Yeah, she couldn't do it. That's probably how come they haven't really, her herself organized something, But I seen someone type earlier about something that I wanted to touch on as well. Someone being a snitch for that $1 million. I got to put the question up because I need to know, guys. I need to know. No, not a Q&A. No, we ain't doing no Q&As. All right. All right, I put the poll up, y'all. Would you snitch for $1 million? $1 million, $1,200,000 is still on the line here, right? $1,200,000. It's a lot of cash. But I've seen a lot of people saying that million ain't worth your life. But I think $1 million could get me away from anybody that wants to hurt me, right? $1 million can put you behind a freaking gate. It's not snitching when it's murder, kidnap, or rape, or child abuse and shit like that. I agree. I totally agree with you on that one. Dude, I feel that so fucking. That is such a good point. Honda, that is a good point. That's a real good point. It is.
The law enforcement sources who I've talked to say it is not a cold case, Connell. They seem to emphasize that, though there haven't been any significant updates that have come out today, Connell.
Well, I'm trying to understand these tunnels. So that's like in downtown Tucson, or like right outside the city, or like what's the deal with the tunnels exactly again?
They're drain tunnels.
So these tunnels, they're actually not downtown. These are close to where Nancy lives. So we're like, in the foothills outside of downtown. And I think they're drainage tunnels.
Bobby, she said, I'd only tell for the money. I'd most definitely tell to save my ass too, because whoever tells is more than likely involved somehow. I agree. But I read somewhere that if they're involved in this happening, they can't get the money. Even if they try the person and take them. If they're involved, then that stops the person from benefiting from their crime. I think it's called Son of Sam law or some shit. So, like, if I go and commit a crime with you, I can't give you up for the money and I get out of it. No, because I helped you commit the crime. I think Shahanda Shade Tree put it very clearly. If it's about hurting women, hurting kids, or murdering people, it's not snitching. Anything else, like the dope game and shit, yeah. If you play the dope game and you tell on somebody else in the dope game, you're a fucking rat. You're a fucking straight rat. Because you played the game too until you got caught. That's a rat. Oh, wow. That would keep people from coming forward too, then. Yeah. Yeah. It probably is. Yeah, but I believe that there's a Son of Sam law, right? That stops the person that was part of the crime. It's some kind of law that where you can't do the crime and then benefit from your own crime. So I couldn't go rob a bank, get paid from robbing the bank, and then say, "Whoa, there's a reward for the dude." Okay, I'm gonna tell on my homie and get that reward too. No way, Jose. I don't believe that. I don't think you can. Let me ask: can a criminal benefit from his own crime by getting a reward money? No, a criminal generally cannot benefit from their own crime by receiving reward money. This is a core public policy principle in the legal system designed to prevent individuals from profiting from their own wrongdoings. Yup. Slayer rule. This concept is similar to the Slayer rule, an inheritance law, which prevents a murderer from inheriting from their victim's estate or collecting on their life insurance policy. It is the Son of Sam. Son of Sam laws. Many jurisdictions have or had specific laws, often called Son of Sam laws, aimed at preventing criminals from profiting from the commercial exploitation of their crimes, e.g., through book or movie deals. So, like, I can't even write a book about this motherfucker. It says informants. In situations where a perpetrator might provide information, the reward typically comes in the form of a plea deal, reduced sentence, or immunity from prosecution rather than a monetary value. Huh. Okay. So there is laws against it. Hey, Kimmy. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for helping me move that goal. That's 2 out of 10, baby. 2 out of 10.
Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now,
Right
right
now.
now, right now,
Right now.
right now,
Right now.
now.
Yeah, just recently, the Reiners. Yeah. Yeah. They offer Queen for a day. What would that be? Like a, I don't know. Dude, the public would be outraged. I think the public would be so outraged if somebody that was involved in this ended up getting the reward money and off of the case. But it depends. And if you're like a girlfriend and you're just a driver, you could always say, he made me do it. I didn't want to do this. He has me so scared. But I'm going to tell you this. If there's more than one person involved in this, and I seen that reward go up to $1 million, I would be shooting whoever else was involved in this with me. I'd be killing them right now. And I'm just saying in general, because now you know that people could tell. And there's a good damn reason for them too. I would be off from my accomplices. You see it in movies all the time. No witnesses left. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. Now it's just me that knows. It's very true.
So the water would rush through here when there's big rains, but homeless people come down here, and these volunteer search groups just figure like we need to go through the tunnels. You would never know, if someone was down here, so they did. Luckily, no one was found, but again, they did find some belongings that they handed over to law enforcement.
Okay, that makes sense. Now you had another special this weekend, I know, on Saturday night where you were like taking questions right from viewers and whatnot. So did anything stand out in terms of what people were asking?
But a pardon would just be him getting off of it. I mean, the local law enforcement, if somebody's involved in this, the local law enforcement would probably just tell them, hey, I'm not going to charge you, but you're going to have to take the stand and do it all through this. Took her through tunnels. My city don't have this, I don't think. I don't think my city has tunnels. We have tunnels, but they're like round. We don't have any like flat tunnels like that, I don't believe. There's a jail tunnel that goes from the jail to the courthouse. Both of them have been closed down now, so I wonder what they do with the tunnel.
What might help the investigation, or
one of the big things that people were talking about, and this is new that came out over the weekend, the sheriff actually said this, is that they're having challenges with the DNA panel, which is something that we didn't know about, and not really good news. You know, they sent the DNA to be tested, the DNA from Nancy's house and also from the glove, to be tested at the private lab in Florida. And now the sheriff is saying that there have been challenges. That's the word he used, because there may be more than one person's DNA all kind of combined. And he's saying it could take weeks, months, and he said maybe even a year. So that,
but they can rule out her DNA though. So if there's 3 combined and hers is in it, they can pull hers off and see what the other 2 are. I think they're having a problem because this person isn't in the DNA. This person hasn't never been hit like that, I guess. Because I mean, who knows? Who knows how old this person is? Who knows that they obviously aren't in the DNA database? You have tunnels? Yeah, we don't have them where I live. They're just like big round tunnels. I mean, you could live in them if you wanted, but there's usually water going through them. We have all seasons, so our tunnels usually drain. Yeah, I don't like tunnels either. I used to go back in the day, where I lived in these other apartments. And we used to put our headgear on and travel that tunnel and see where it take us, because it would like let us out by like Target. It'd be fucking like, you know what I mean? It would just let us out different places. But I used to get scared as hell. Hell yeah, that shit's scary as shit. You don't want to be trapped down there.
Something that came up during the special that just concerned a lot of people. Gosh, because we thought maybe we would get the DNA test results back sooner.
We have news in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. Now 3 weeks in.
I can't stand this guy. I can't stand that News Nation employs this dude. I can't. I just can't with him, man. I don't know what it is. It's not the fact. I just can't. You have gopher tunnels? Dope.
A new appeal from her daughter, Savannah. Take a listen.
We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves.
I want to see a Notre Dame game
with her mom and her dad.
I'd love to see a Notre Dame football game. Yeah. I really, 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 really want to see. I've never been to South Bend, but if I went, it would be to see a Notre Dame game. Just a bag.
And with her beloved brother, Pierce, and with our daddy. And if this is
Brian, Cuomo used to be on like bigger news. Yeah, I don't like this fella, man. He's something. I don't like him.
What is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is.
Dangerous, Alicia.
We need her to come home.
That's twice you played this in one
her
segment.
family and how they have handled
Played
themselves.
It twice in one segment.
I can't even imagine having to deal with day to day. Now, what motivated this new video? And what are these recent glitches in the investigation? Senior correspondent Brian Enton is live outside the Guthrie home. Brian, let's start with Savannah's effort. Do we know what it's been to?
Brian's the boss.
Well, we know that it was planned for a couple of days, Chris. She put up the $1 million reward, also $500,000 to the Center for Missing and Exploited Children as a donation.
Okay, so Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Center for Missing and Exploited Children net worth. Oh my God, dude. You could have definitely chose a better organization, man. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reported net assets of approximately $78.2 million at the end of 2024 fiscal year. Do you think, God, it could have went to so much better of an organization? I'm not saying better, just one that needed it more. You know, like 500 grand could have got a local organization right there in Tucson, Pima County, could have gave that organization a much needed boost that it might need to make it so much bigger and better. Why would you give it to the national? I just think actually when it went to somebody local, and that could have gotten somebody off the ground, that could have got things moving for a lot of smaller organizations that could have definitely used that money, man. I am blown away by that. I'm blown away by that. That's a big number, man. I thought it was like 15, 14. Oh my Lord. The gross is 93 million. The net is 78. Their expenses were 60,000. No, 60 million. So they pocket 18. I'm not upset, like, because I think these organizations work. Center for Missing Children. I'm not knocking the organization whatsoever. Okay, let's make that clear. I'm not like grandstanding against the Center for Missing Children. I think it's a great organization. I think it needs to keep going, but I think that money could have helped a much different organization, or the same kind of organization, just maybe local, that's never seen $500,000, but they're out there boots to the ground searching and striving to find these women and children. I don't know, man. That just irks me.
And we have learned that she actually wanted to go with the $1 million reward early on, day 1, day 2, after her mom was missing. But we are told that she was convinced by law enforcement not to do it at that point because they thought it would just overwhelm the tip lines. And now, obviously, with no good leads from what we can tell, she's now decided on day 24 to go with the $1 million reward. A couple of other developments, Chris, with the DNA. Remember, we were so hopeful about the DNA found inside Nancy's house that didn't connect to her and didn't connect to anyone within her circle. Well, there's big problems with that DNA. The sheriff over the weekend said challenges. We have sources today saying that the DNA is just flat out not viable and it cannot even be entered into the CODIS database, which is a big problem. And then lastly, I told you last night about the pictures, the surveillance photos, how one of them is from a previous day. Our sources are standing by that. The sheriff has come out and said that it's speculation. He doesn't like that reporting.
Well, that's not right, because the sheriff knows for sure. That's not right of him to be doing. Oh, everybody's just speculating. Well, tell us for sure, Mr. Sheriff Nanos, you fucking clown. I can't stand that dude. I can't stand him. He's weak as fuck. I don't know how this fucking politician's even a sheriff. When you think about somebody being a sheriff, boy, they're a sheriff. Bad dude, right? He's a bad mamma jamma. Ain't there a dude that is in Arizona or Nevada that's like a sheriff on a show? And he's grit, he's a real man, you know? He stands up for what a sheriff, which this guy don't remind me of no sheriff, man. He's a politician.
We've double checked with all of our sources today. And they again say, yes, they are from different days, which again would show that this guy was likely stalking the house, casing the house well before Nancy's kidnapping, Chris.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our
All right, man. We're going to go to this Luke Daly interview. And see, this is the guy they picked up. I think they had his Range Rover, wasn't it? This is his first sit-down interview. And I think Brianna Whitney, if I'm not wrong, I may be wrong, don't hold this to it, but I think she's a local in Tucson, and she's a true crime reporter. I'm pretty sure. Like, she's supposed to be the shit where she's at for true crime reporting. Let's check it out.
Many people have believed that you are the person on the surveillance video, the abductor.
This dude's got a piercing. They detained his mother too. Yes, the one where they kicked his door in that house, where they had the wrecked car in front of the house. That's the same one, right? Same person. That was the one where they blocked off the road. The sheriff was blocking the road. JLR sat there forever. It was kind of rainy. And they went over and went in his home. He must have been something to it, because why would a judge say, yeah, just go do that? Well, just go ahead and do that. Let's see what he has. Why has he got this piercing on himself, man? You big looking, goober looking ass
person. Is that you?
Got a girl
It's
piercing.
not me. I don't see the resemblance of it looking like me, but absolutely not. I have nothing to do with this case.
Well, it don't now because you shaved, asshole. You fucking shaved. Let's see how you walk. Get up and walk.
Nothing to do with it. Do you have any idea who is involved in the abduction?
I don't. If I did, I would happily tell FBI, police, anything. I mean, I, like everyone else, just want Nancy to come home and be safe. But that being said, I have nothing to do with this case, and that's it.
Explain to me what happened on the...
Man. Something ain't right about this guy, I don't think. Look at his... Yeah, I don't look like a perp. Well, that ain't the why they come to see you. Right? I'm sure that's not why they come to see him, is because he looked like the perp. Well, there's 1,000 people in Tucson that probably look like this guy. He didn't bust his door in because he looked... Nobody even knows what the perp looks like. So how would you say that? Bro, no one knows what the perp looks like. Ski mask? Dumbass? How could you say I don't look like the perp when you don't know what the perp looks like? Very strange. I didn't even get that, so I thought about it like, hold on. Nobody even knows what this cat looks like. Watch this mother.
The night you were detained, where you were, you're with your car. How did that unfold in your eyes?
So I was driving home. I noticed two sheriff vehicles following me. They pulled me over at the Culvers right there. Asked me to get out of the car. Didn't tell me what it was about. So they had me cuffed in the back of a cop car, detained. I was asking, like, what am I being detained for? And they wouldn't tell me anything. They just said that the detectives would be there to talk to me. And once I saw like FBI and all the other cars start pulling in, I'm like, oh, this is probably about the Guthrie case. I'm like, this should be easy. Like, I have nothing to do with it.
How would you know this about... What? What? Bro, what do you mean? How would you think this is about the Guthrie murder when you had nothing involved with it? Why would you ever think that? So, what? That don't sit right. That don't sit right with me, man. Because why would you think that it's about Nancy Guthrie when you have nothing to do with it? Like nothing.
So it should be not a big deal to clear my name and move on.
Yeah, what I do.
But the whole time during the questioning, didn't really seem like more of like a fishing expedition for them to try to get me to say something, because all the dates I was telling them where I was, things like that. I'm like, all you'd have to do is look at my phone and see my location. It was nowhere near anywhere or have any connection to this. But still, it was
He's nervous.
Tough, like being there. Like,
does he chill out any? I didn't watch all this. Does he chill out any? Because he is nervous. He can't even breathe right. Like, and then you would think that it would chill. Like, if you're nervous and you can't even breathe right because you got these cameras on you, right? And Whitney's talking to you. At first, you're going to be nervous like this. That's typical. That's even forgivable, right? But you should at some point, like 3 or 4 minutes and 5 minutes into the conversation, you should start, relaxing a little bit. Your blood pressure will go down, and you'll just realize that it's just stuff looking at you, and you're in a room with that fucking Whitney. That's it. But he's nervous. So if he don't chill the fuck out and stays this way the whole time, he's up to something, buddy.
I mean, I don't trust the FBI to the extent that I'm like thinking that there's pressure on this case and they want to find the person. So like the whole time while I'm sitting in the back of the cop car, I'm like panicking, thinking that
you're panicking right now,
or they're trying to pin this on me somehow.
Did they tell you what led them to you? I mean, something made them believe they needed to talk to you about it. What was that?
I asked them. They didn't tell me any information about that. And I have thought of any type of
it might
reason
not
why they could have come after me. But there's nothing, and I think that's why they didn't tell me.
Were you in the area of the home at the time, like the overnight, or would it have been something like, we've tracked this person near?
Well, I live near her house, but I mean, I didn't even know that until after the fact. Like, I barely just learned where her actual house was in relation to mine. So I didn't even know.
Had you ever met her?
No.
Did you know who she was?
I knew who she was because my mother was following the case. But in terms of
you gotta remember, this video's probably chopped and edited, So if he stays this way the whole time, he's acting weird, man. He might not have got paid from this, but he will if they hurt his home and came in there and fucked with him. They'll settle out of court with him. That's what the city or state, whatever the county will do. They'll just settle out of court with him. They always do. My homies had their house raided, and they didn't find anything. He even beat the case and everything. He sued. And all they did was give him like 15 grand, I think. Yep. Gave him 15 grand, I think.
I would just go off what my mother was telling me.
And so how long were you detained for?
Probably maybe 4 or 5 hours.
In the back of that car the whole time? And they searched your Range Rover extensively?
Yeah, they searched Range Rover. They towed my Range Rover. Did all DNA testing or whatever, and then gave it back to me.
So he's got his car back. That's what I was wondering as well. This guy looks fucking creeped out for some reason. I mean, if they've let you go home, you shouldn't be this creeped out, right? You would think. Wouldn't an average person kind of like lower their blood pressure after, like, Brittany's a pretty girl.
Took
You're
my cell
tripping,
phone.
bro.
I've had no way to get a hold of anyone, which is probably a good thing because everyone's looking at me like I'm this person that I'm
point,
not.
Brandy.
So it's been rough.
You got your car back
Yes.
in rough condition, or was it okay?
Well, when I went to pick it up, like, it wouldn't start. They, I guess they drained the battery down, and it was just covered in the whatever white substance that they use for testing.
Yeah, they don't give no fucks. They don't. They'll give that shit back, tore the fuck up. They'll leave your house dismayed. They did my homeboy. They tore his door down. They broke 2 toilets. I have no idea why they broke toilets, but they broke 2 porcelain fucking toilets. Broke a bedroom closet door. Fucking all kinds of shit the police did. This was way back in the day, man. It was probably at least 20 years ago when it happened. Yep. He even beat the case. He tried to sue the city, it was the city, I believe. And they settled out of court with him for 15 grand. Yep. Gave him just enough money to fix his shit. It was like, damn.
But yeah, then I got it started up, and it wasn't.
Most cars now have tracker devices on, but you got to think to it.
Damaged in terms of like repairs or anything. But
so when they released you, what did they say? They say you're free. They say never mind. I mean, what was the verbiage?
Yeah, he ended up settling out of court. My buddy did.
They had just told me that
they tried to offer
still
him
at my house, so I
just
couldn't
a
go
little
home.
bit.
But they drove me.
I think it was only like
near the
2
house
or 3 grand. They tried to offer him.
I was like, well, I don't have a phone. How am I supposed to figure out when I can go back to the house? They basically said, you're just gonna have to figure that out. So, I mean, I waited just where they dropped me off at for maybe an hour or so.
Yeah, they broke 2 toilets.
I had a friend that lived near the area, and I walked over there. They weren't home, so I was just waiting, like basically just on their patio.
Pour out your dash.
And then it got to the point where I'm like, well, they should be done by now. I walked back to my house, and this was like the worst part for me, is getting there and seeing the house torn up.
Yep, they'll tear your shit apart.
The worst part was my mom not being there, and her being elderly and having AFib and things like that. I'm thinking the worst. Like, I see her cars here, but she's not there, and I don't have my phone to get a hold of her. So I'm wondering what happened, if I need to start calling hospitals or what the deal was. But luckily, I guess she went to one of the neighbors, but I didn't find that out until the next day.
Right.
All right, guys. We're about to do a taste test, okay? Everybody hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. We've got here a cherry float Coke. I guess this is something new they're offering. So I had to get them, you know. I bought 2 cases of them just in case they're good. All right, man. Cherry float Coke. I hope this tastes like a cherry float. I really do. I hope this tastes like ice cream in it. Kind of does. I got this from Walmart. It kind of does taste like a float. It does. It kind of tastes like a float after the ice cream melts. You know what I mean? But it's not real powerful. It's like an aftertaste. It's not bad. It's cherry. It's like cherry Coke with like a little bit of a float taste to it. It's kind of good. I've tried like the strawberry and cream, and those ain't no good, man. But that one's not bad. They did all right with that one. It's like a hint of the float taste, though. No, I don't have any gummies right now. Yeah, it's kind of good, man. It's not bad. I mean, it's very faint, though. Like, they could have put more float taste to it. I'll tell you that. It tastes like cherry Coke with a hint of float in it. It's pretty good, though, if you like cherry Coke. I like my favorite, like, soft drink to this day has to be the cherry vanilla Coke. But it has to be cherry vanilla, just not vanilla. Yeah, it's fire.
You were detained and released, but you've said it. Your face, your name, it's everywhere online. People still believe you were either involved or did this. What's that been like for you to have your name, your picture, even a past mugshot all over the internet associated with this case?
If he's got a mugshot, isn't he a felon? Because if that's the case, his DNA's in there.
I mean, for me, it's terrible. It's hard to go anywhere, and the hard part is they're making all these assumptions based on things that have absolutely no relevance, and they're just bringing up my past, which I haven't. I mean, I do have a past, but nothing violent or anything like that. All my past has just been involved with using drugs, and I haven't been in that life for over 2 years now. So all the things that they're bringing up, I guess it's public record, but it would have came out if it wasn't for all these people speculating and doing things like that. So now people that had no idea about my past, so I've done like a good job of working past it and not having anything to do with this.
You know what, though? You know what I found out about my past? Working through my past and getting past my past is to be honest about it. That's number one. You have to come to terms. Like, hey, I'm doing wrong. I got to change. Like this shit right here he's talking about, I'm trying to hide it. I'm trying to hide it. That means you're probably going to do it again. You're probably going to get in trouble again. You're trying to lie to people about who you are. We're in the age and day of you ain't hiding who you are. You can do it for a little while, but after you get so like social on social media, people will find out who you are. It's not anything different. It's like anybody. We're in that age and time. And I'm sorry, hiding who you are. Dude, I've gotten way more jobs telling people about my felony. I've never lied on an application in my life. And it becomes easier and easier because now I can write, yeah, I'm a felon, but it was 16 years ago, 15 years ago. No problem. You know, and then companies know that you have changed your life. That's how I landed my job. I've never lied. The company I work for now, I've put in like 4 applications over my lifetime, trying to get in. And I just so happened to have a friend that got on there, and I got through that way. But I'm telling you, you got to be smart. You got to be open, man. Nobody wants somebody lying to them.
So them doing that now is kind of just reopening this whole speculation and make me out to look like this bad person, which I'm not.
And it's not just been you. People have found, records of an alleged girlfriend of yours. There's been a lot of rumors swirling around. What do you want to say about those rumors, about you, about her, about, everybody that people have looked at and said, well, they could do this?
Yeah, first of all, that's not my girlfriend. I barely knew that girl when I was arrested with her on a completely different circumstance over a year ago. I haven't talked to her since, and I guess they're just going off of the arrest saying that I was arrested with her. So, but I hardly know her and don't associate with her. But in terms of everything else, I mean, all the speculation is just going off of, I don't even know if people really believe it, but online it just seems like they're pushing this narrative and trying to make connections with things that are, I don't know, basically like circumstantial, like saying my eyelashes match the guy in the ski mask picture, which I'm sure like if you could use anyone's picture and find similarities.
And you don't recognize the person on that in that footage?
No, I don't. But in terms of all this, like I said, they're comparing my face to this. They're talking about my Range Rover, which I didn't even buy until after She was reported missing.
It was a new car, yeah?
Yeah.
Where's the old car? The old car's the wrecked car, I believe. What's up, Nazarene? Yeah, he's going to sue. He will. What will happen is the same thing happened to my friend. They tried to give him like a small check right after he had beat the charge because they weren't going to do anything for him unless he beat the charge. Like they were fucking staying down. But after he beat his charge, it was like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months later, I think. I think it might have been a whole year. They tried to give him a check. And he went ahead and sued. And I think he ended up in his pocket like 15 grand. It was more than what they damaged, but you come through and you start damaging people's homes and shit, and it ain't got nothing to do with it, you're going to have to pay for it, assholes.
For you?
Yeah.
A lot of people get away with it because they don't push the issue, too.
They're talking about another car that was towed off my property. That car wasn't an accident, has nothing to do with this. It wasn't towed in relation to this case. It was being towed by the insurance company to assume if it was totaled or not. So
the insurance company took it?
That had nothing to do with the case.
Don't an adjuster come out and look at it? Can't you like have an adjuster just come out and go, look, it's broken. Yeah, they do it just to be doing it sometimes. 1985, like they'll bust windows. They just, I mean, I think because in like dealing, like you're not messing with the nicest people in the world if they're dealing big drugs. You got to think they're not letting people rip them off. They're not letting people owe money. They're probably not letting the cops come through the door either. So that's what I've learned in my time, man. Drug dealers don't always have the best things going on, man. They do it for dominance. Yep. They come in and they let them know that, hey, we are here and we're in control. You're right. That's probably what it is a lot, Brandy.
There's no evidence
doing
to point towards me other than speculation.
You really have no idea what led them to you in this case?
Absolutely not.
Still a mystery to you?
Yes, and I would love to find out.
Were you dealing mostly with sheriff's deputies or FBI agents when you were detained?
When I was detained by the sheriffs, but in terms of all the questioning was done by the FBI.
Okay.
What would you like to say to both PCSD and the FBI?
Okay.
Basically what I told him before, if there's anything, I'm happy to help. If there actually was something real that I could help them with, but
this dude is nervous.
Like I said, they have my phone. They went through my phone. So, I mean, if it was anything real, they could look through that and hope clear my name.
Hello, Fox. Go back in your den.
But in terms of
go back in your den, sir.
Collateral damages, this being part of it, there's not really any type of way. There's no going back from this. For
your whole family, too. I mean, your mom has had to go through this, too, as a family.
God, he's acting like he's fucking mentally deranged now from it. There's no coming back from this. You guys scared me so much. These fucking people, dude. I swear, bro. Get on somewhere, man. It was a simple police raid, dude.
How has this made you guys feel collectively together to kind of be in this public shock, this public scrutiny?
You'd be nervous? Yeah. I mean, I would calm down throughout the interview, though.
Real, and
it's just been, we're all
it's been just been a nightmare.
He looks like he's starting to calm.
My mom,
he's sketchy though.
She has like problem with stress, and like she was doing good before this. After this, she's been a lot more stressed.
Man, they're gonna sue hard. If he ends up not having nothing to do with this, they're pushing it to the hilt, y'all. Oh, I'm never gonna be the same after this. My mom's not the same. She's losing it now. Are we serious? That's what they're doing. They're going to try to sue the city so bad it's pitiful. For real. You hear him? He's setting it up. He's putting it on the news for you to know. I'm not well after this. I think I need disability.
It's been hard. I'll let her speak to how it's affected her, but I mean, in terms of collectively as a family, it's been a nightmare.
what's your message for Nancy Guthrie's family?
I mean, I like everyone else. I want to see her come home. I want the actual suspect to be found. I think it's really unfair to them.
I'm sure they will, Susan.
Give them false hope by going off whatever they went off to have this.
People, those piercings are no good, y'all. I'm just being honest. That's probably one of the stupidest piercings a person can get, because once the earring comes out, you'll probably never. It's like a hole. They put a hole. It's like a hole. They put a straight hole in your face, and the earring just sits under the skin. It's dumb as shit.
Investigation and raid happened. To me, it's like giving them false hope.
It's pretty on women, but for
they had a suspect, and then it was nothing.
He's a man,
I'm not the first person either, so I think it's wrong in that sense.
This is your first interview since you've been detained. What's your hope in putting your voice out there now that people will get from this interview?
I mean, for my personal interest, I would just say not to go off speculation of everything you hear on the internet, and kind of like the hive mind mentality that someone says something and then they just go off of it based on no evidence, no truth.
Well, I'm not saying you did anything there, buddy.
In terms of like moving forward, I just want to be.
What is Fox crisscross?
Have actual verification that I was cleared by the FBI and
just kidding.
Sheriff, whoever else.
Have they officially cleared you?
Just kidding, buddy.
I don't date. This is just going off what I've heard, but I guess I've been cleared, but they don't close any case, I guess, because it's still ongoing. But I mean, I know personally there's nothing else that they're gonna come across that points towards me. So
unequivocally, you are not the person. You are not involved.
Absolutely, 100%.
Is there anything else you want to clear up that
I hope he's not, because they're going to get him if he is?
You feel that you have the opportunity now to address?
Nothing particular is coming to mind right now. Obviously, I'm nervous. This is, like I said, my first interview, and I mean, I'm not trying to.
Y'all hit that like button.
Get any more attention
Give me a like, would you please?
I just want
I greatly appreciate
to put it out there for me that I had nothing to do with this, and I'm hoping that the truth will come out.
He does have a right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not really kind of leaning towards this guy. He was sketchy at first, but I think that's just who he is. He gives off a weird vibe a little bit. But if it's not him, he does have a right, to be fucking pissed about some shit. If they ruined his home, yeah. I don't think he should go as far as like his mental is all screwed up now. I think you got to go through a little bit worse than that in life for your mental to be screwed up. A little stupid raid. Come on, man. They didn't even raid you. You were already got. They had you in custody already. So it's like, pushing it a little too far, but they're going to pay him. If they damaged his shit, they're going to pay him. And they should. And I want to know that, and I would love to know who the judge was that signed off for them to raid his home. What did he have for them to sign off to raid this young man's home? I don't know. Feel like he's inserting himself into the story and doesn't need to.
Whatever that may be, I have no idea.
They went to interview him.
Do you have anything that you want Luke to address or add? Luke, is there anything else that I didn't ask you that you want to address or talk about while you're here? Just want to make sure that you get your opportunity to say anything you want to.
I just want to say again that I hope that she's safe. I hope they find her, and I just want to move on with my life and not have any. I mean, it's been hard. Like, I can't go anywhere. Everyone gives me dirty looks, and they see me in my car.
That
like,
ain't cool, bro.
I would assume that
that ain't cool.
People are just.
He already seems like he's a little bit different.
It's been hard, like even going anywhere, doing anything. So I'd like to be able to go about my life and not have this this shadow of doubt casted over me.
Maybe he's not involved, y'all.
Max Holloway, you're the BMF champ.
Nope, we can't watch that. They will flag me quick as shit, y'all. Yeah, maybe he has nothing to do with it. I don't know how guilty a person might be to get on national TV and do an interview like that. You'd have to have some balls if you're guilty of it. You know, you got to have some cojones to be guilty and then get up there and talk that long. Yeah, I don't think he's got any part of it. I'm not going to rule him out yet, but I don't think so. He doesn't even remind me of a person that could get away with this. He don't. He reminds me of a frail little boy. And not like skinny frail. I mean, like, he's like a soy boy and not the manhood type. I feel like that. Let's see here. Let's talk with Brian Enton some more, y'all. Let's go with Brian Enton some more. Y'all still with me? Chat, what's good, chat? What's that poll say? Ooh, it's divided. It's divided, y'all. We got 56 votes, and over half think that you would give them up for $1 million. What if it was your brother that did this? Your son? What if it was your son that did this? If it was my son that did this, I would give him up, and I didn't need the money. I mean, I would take the money, but I wouldn't need the money to make that decision. My son would have to go pay the price for what he did. Absolutely. We're men in my family. We're men. Yeah, my son would have to pay the price for that. And he would have to know that.
Hey guys, thanks so much
and
for
you know
checking out
what?
my show.
He does know that. He knows if he fucks up like something like that, I'm gonna make sure he would have to do it. You can't let somebody, not even your own child, should get away with something like this. Yeah, that probably made the negativity worse. You're right. Leesky! Leesky! Oh, my kids know I would turn them in. Hell yeah, I would too. What if that was their mother or grandmother? Yeah. I would probably, like I said, give my son the best day he could ever have. You know, take him out to eat, nice place, give him a nice fat steak dinner, do whatever he wanted that day, or maybe even for a week. I'd give him about a week to have as much fun as he wants to have, because then after that week's over with, me and you are walking into the police station, and you're going to tell them what you did, just like you told it to me. Mine wouldn't either. My son's he's a me, man. He's got that little heart. You know, he's got a strong outside look. He's got, he's got a look of determination on him, just like I do most of the time. And he's got this soft core in him. And it's so lovable. I love the shit out of him. Good young man. When I was his age, I was already in prison doing time. Yeah. None of my kids have been to jail. They better fucking not. They're listening. You know I said that too.
Appreciate it. Please click to subscribe. It is now day 29 in the search for Nancy Guthrie. It is Sunday. I'm in Tucson. I'm in a different spot. This is actually KVOA behind me television. Sorry, this sun is kind of bright.
That's where Nancy or Savannah used to work.
The banner out front of KVOA that says, bring her home, obviously referring to Nancy Guthrie. And at the end of this episode, I'll show you guys all the signatures on the banner. There's so many. This is actually my first time out here. I haven't been out here to KVOA, but this is where Savannah Guthrie worked. I think it was her second local TV job. It's just, you read all the messages from people in the community, and it's just so heartbreaking. I can't believe it's now day 29. In this episode, I really want to dive into the possibility of an accomplice or a getaway driver, which I've talked about before, but what could actually cause that person to come forward and essentially rat the other person out? There's
$1 million
reward now. It seems like,
yeah, she's been gone a complete month now. How long before it's a cold case? I'm new to just now covering this crime stuff, so bear with me, please. Like, I'm not a perfect YouTuber at all. I do things sort of by the hip, and I like it that way. But, like, how long before it turns cold? Or what makes a case go cold? No more leads. Hello, Mary. Salute to you, Fox. I forgot to say hello, too. Starts going cold after 72 hours. That's, I'll say that, Sheila, right? That'll keep the memory flowing, won't it? I was quite old before I decided to change my life into a real man. I always had the core values of the man, but I acted like a young boy until I was about 32, maybe 31. I started to realize a little bit. But around 33 is when I can say that, like, the full change into a man started to really take place. And I started doing things with 1 foot forward. And I stopped, just being the bad person I had always been. And I considered it bad in my eyes. Some people would be like, damn, you just having fun. But nah, it wasn't getting me anywhere. I didn't own anything. I didn't have anything. I was just out here running. But, info on who? I don't know of anybody they have info on. They went and kicked that Luke Daly boy's door down. We just heard from him. Oh, yeah, I'm good, buddy. Yeah, I start work back again tomorrow. So I got to be up at fucking 4 a.m. I get up 4 a.m. to be at work at 6. Is that weird? I work about 15 minutes from me. That's on a bad day. I get up and drink coffee, watch a little TV. No, I don't get off at noon. Hell no. I get off at 1 tomorrow, though. But usually I'll be getting off at 3. And I'll get me an extra hour of overtime.
One of the ways this could be solved, and so many of the retired FBI agents who I've talked to say that they think that is what is going to happen here eventually. Why it hasn't happened yet? When will it happen? Could there be some kind of arrangement made so the person could get the reward and avoid jail time?
Yeah, I'm going to be a little
that's what I'm going to get into in this
first.
episode of Brian Enton.
And I'm going to be easy,
I'm joined
too.
now by
I'm not
Maureen
gonna,
O'Connell, retired.
I'm pretty sure my first few days, they got me doing some easy shit. Like really not having to touch many machines. They're going to ease it back into me. Because there was some stuff I was learning before I actually got put off work. There was shit I was starting to learn because there's like, can't say everything, but there's a new process that we have to do on some of these things that we do. And I was starting to learn that, you know what I mean? I was one of the first people in the whole plant to be learning this new process, right? To teach the people that do the running of it. So I was learning it. Now I've forgot about everything of it. I'm going to have to go back in here and start from scratch, y'all. But hey, fuck it. I would have been one of the first people knowing how if I'd have fucking not got put off work. I'd have already learned it now. Now I got to start all over because I don't remember shit that I was taught at first. I don't remember anything, man.
FBI Special Agent Maureen, it's nice to see you. I always get sad when I don't see you very much, but I know. I think I probably haven't talked to you on here in like a week or so.
But I know it seems like forever.
It does. I know you've been on a lot of shows, so I still see you. I just haven't talked to you. But I wanted to ask you, it's day 28 when we're recording this.
I am, Jason.
A lot of people are wondering if this is going to become a cold case, Nancy Guthrie. I was just out at the house, just quiet. A lot of the media, everything obviously going on in the Middle East, but a lot of the media is left.
85.
What happens now? Where do you think things go from here?
I don't think it's going to be a cold case. There's $1 million on the table for someone.
It's a lot of money, y'all.
And it's part of the human condition for all of us to be greedy. $1 million is a lot of money. That's going to change someone's world. If there's more than one person involved in this, which I believe there is, they're now in an air fryer, and it's just who's going to jump out first.
But that's the problem. They keep saying this, but the problem is the person involved in this can't get the $1 million. There's laws that stop this. He will not get the $1 million. Maybe he thinks he will, but he won't. Straight up, he won't get the money. There's laws against profiting from your own crimes. He might get off, but I don't think that money's going to go
first, because if we put ourselves in the minds of the perpetrators here, Brian, you're like, we can't say anything. We're going to go to prison. Yeah, one person's going to go to prison, but we all know if the accomplice comes forward and gives up the guy, there's a really good chance he can get off and get $1 million.
Nah,
he wasn't going to get $1 million.
Nah. Thank you, Brooks. Thank you for coming in and saying what's up with the $5. Hey, you making them mad on a Monday. Making them mad. Making them mad.
Right now, 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 right now.
Making them mad.
$1 million.
Making them. I'm hype. I gotta go to bed early tonight too.
From the architect of this whole operation initially, was he? No, he was probably going to get, who knows? I mean, people do this stuff for as little as $2,500. So whatever the amount is, and then when the amount went up to $1 million, the heat went up 1,000,000 degrees. I mean, this person is thinking about it, and the other person involved knows they're thinking about it. So,
well, I think the person might know that they can't get paid from it. We just looked it up. There's literally laws around this, all kinds of them. There's like 5 different things I was looking at that show that reason that they won't get paid from this. They could probably get off of the crime. I could see that happening. But yet, do you want to let a killer go home? I mean, if you could prove that you didn't do nothing to her and you was just there, tell on him, right? Okay. But if you did something to her, yeah, we just watched it, Lily. If you did something to her, then I don't think if you tell, you should get off. I don't. Because you're still a killer, right? Look at that Canada 11-11. Make a wish, it's 11-11.
Right now, 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 right now.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I'm sorry. But we like to have fun over here, guys. We like to have fun. Don't hate us for it.
So the other side of that coin is there's $1 million on the table. They can get it. Apparently, they can do it without being traced. They can pick it up in cash at a post office.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm not sure how
Damn,
that
that's
would
good.
work, but might be able to. I mean, I guess if he walked in dressed like the porch pirate, he showed up on Nancy's porch, maybe. But
Yeah, that would be stupid. You
if
can't
that's
get
the
that
case,
thing. You're not
why
going to
isn't
be.
someone coming forward? I mean, when you look at the other side of that coin, there's only one reason they can't, and it's
40
because
million.
they're the only one and they're the only one responsible, or, you know, I can't come forward because I kidnapped her and now she's gone.
Yeah.
But to your first question about this being a cold case, I don't think it's cold at all. There's so much follow-up on any investigation, but one of this size and this importance, there's a ton of follow-up. Everything from subpoenas to bank records to phone records to all the follow-up on all the footage that they've collected. And how much footage do you think they've collected? Is there any?
It's thousands of hours is what I heard.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. What? Gosh, man. So the number was real. 10,000 hours of footage, dude. Don't you got like an AI program that they could just run through this footage and sift through it for like keywords or like motion, like if the car came by more than once, or like don't they got like an AI that could help them? I mean, we got literally AI to help us do everything else, right? This is wicked, man. 10,000 hours of footage. That means one of two things or both of two things. The police went and got footage from a lot of different places, or the people have sent them a lot of good footage of stuff. Now, it could be both as well. But that's a lot of hours, man. And they said they got to watch it in real time too, in order to get the real aspect of it. Because if not, then you don't even know. Ooh, that's a lot.
FBI is going through that. I told you earlier, I think it's probably traffic cameras because I mean, just knowing the neighborhood, there's not that much ring camera. I don't think that. I mean, I guess there could be if someone gave up their whole month of video or something, but
yeah. So there's not only
everybody. If you have cameras, do yourself a favor. I just thought of this. Watch the night before on the next day. Check what happened on the night before when you were sleeping. Scroll back through your video footage and see if anybody was prowling around your house. Because if Nancy could have caught this guy prowling around her house, 2 nights before this, 3 nights before this, she very well could have prevented this from happening. Maybe. But definitely rewatch your footage. I've never done it either, hardly. I mean, sometimes I'll scroll back through and see what really did it. But like what, I don't know. You got to watch what the night before told you, because it's there for a reason. Check it out, man. You could have very well stopped this.
Going over the video, which is challenging, as I think you guys all got a little taste of when we saw the video from Camino Real the other day. It's very challenging. We're talking enhancements too. You have to slow all this footage down. You have to enhance it in different ways. You have to try to figure out what type of vehicle it is. From there, you do what we call chase the vehicle. So you're chasing the vehicle around the neighborhood. Let's say we find out it is a white Kia Soul that people are looking for, even though I know that's been discounted. Now we're going to start looking for white Kia Souls in other parts of the neighborhood, on other days, at other times, back on January 11th. Those days are important for a reason. Someone saw something and it's they're looking at that. So when you have all this footage, and then you're also thinking of January 11th, and then you're also trying to identify vehicles and enhance things and compare and contrast that with any of the geofences that are up and the phone numbers in those areas. And the other thing to look at is all the cars that have no active connection in their car. So they don't have a car that
You'd be
connects
chasing
to
down
the
vehicles
that
on cameras
emits
for
or is able to
days
get picked up in a
and
geofence,
days.
and they don't have a phone in the car. I mean,
like for real, you'd be chasing it down for days.
those people would go to the top of my list. Who drives around with their phone off or without a phone?
Right. It was like Brian Koberger turned his phone off.
Exactly.
And that was one of the big things that, was bad for his defense.
Because that was the absence of normalcy.
Right. Right. When you said that, someone could come forward, it's $1 million now, someone who's, an accomplice, let's say like a getaway driver, like you're not the actual one who went in and if Nancy was killed or died.
I don't know, y'all.
Would the FBI, do they ever work deals with someone like a getaway driver? Like if the person got a lawyer and came forward and said, I'll give you the info.
Oh, yeah.
I want the $1 million, but I don't want to go.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're going to get the $1 million, though. I don't think they're going to get the $1 million. Just not going to happen. I don't think so. If you got, maybe if you're the getaway driver, somehow you might be able to get it. I don't know. I guess the law really predicts that, right? They're the ones that can make sure that you get it or not. I don't know. But we just read laws that are against it. For sure.
How does that work?
But yeah, it's not the law enforcement officers that can make that deal. That's the prosecutor. So if it's the AUSA or the DA, whoever has the case, and you could carve that portion of the case off to, let's say, the DA could carve that off to the AUSA if that works better for them. And some things a lot of people don't realize is when you're in a task force environment like this, we do carve things up. And we carve it up nicely. For example, you've seen how the FBI is handling the ransom notes. They're handling all the technical data, and the sheriff is handling the DNA and whatever else. Now, when it comes to prosecution, we can carve that up too, to say
he ran from a bunch of girls.
Who can hit this perpetrator the hardest? Who can give him the most jail time? Are the state charges tougher than the Fed charges, or vice versa? And you just have these discussions, you have these meetings, and you figure these things out. The same will hold true when you're trying to make a deal.
Pushback and was like,
hey, the feds, can you guys give this guy a great deal if he comes forward? It's going to be his lawyer that's going to reach out to the DA and or the AUSA to try to start a conversation. And, that's what we're hoping right now.
Oh, yeah,
but there's no way this case is cold, because way too many people are just too tied into it. Every single solitary cop on that sheriff's department, every FBI agent that's touched this thing, they want this perpetrator brought to justice, and they'll never forget. I mean, if you look at going all the way back to Whitey Bulger, he was on the lam for 16 years. We were always looking for him. We never stopped. And then we finally got him.
What do you think the pressure is like for the agents? I mean, knowing that, President Trump has brought up the case, obviously Kash Patel talks about it. Like, does that impact the agents working it? Is there a heightened sort of like, we gotta solve this?
That would be nice.
No, but it will let them know that if we need more resources and we feel it's necessary and we can write it up, we'll get them. So in that regard, it's good. But we always try to just block that out as noise. We're just going to do our work and, keep everything else out of it. Because we're always thinking about,
I know, Chris,
doing what's right for the victim. Yeah. And when that's your goal, and no matter who the victim is, I mean, even if the victim is a criminal, we have to do whatever we can and do what's right to help them. But in a situation or a case where
I think this person can get off for sure for telling, but who knows who they're involved with, dude? If this is cartel, you ain't telling or you're dying. They got to know that. If this is like, man, I don't know. I don't know. What's the poll say? What's the 68% now? 65% says they would. 65 people voted, and 68% of them said they would tell for that $1 million. 200,000. I forgot there's also 200,000 involved in that. That's a lot of cash. It's life-changing money. That's generation money if you know how to use it. If you get it, start you a business. Shit, start you a couple businesses. You know what I'm saying? And then keep stacking paper. You never have to see these people ever again. Shit, I'm out. I'm moving to Puerto Rico where my taxes are cheap, where I don't have any tax. That's what I'm talking about. I'm moving to Puerto Rico with my $1 million, and I'm going to start hedge funds and the pyramid scheme. I'm just kidding. But I would start businesses for sure. Shout out to the motherfucking goal, y'all. Indian, what's good? Thank you, baby. Thank you. Much love to you, Indian. Always a pleasure. Thank you, man. You already know. I want to be making some new videos, man. Right now, 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 right now. Salute to y'all, man. The goal is about to run out in 9 minutes. I think we got halfway there, though. Yep, we did. We got halfway there tonight. Salute to the chat. We got halfway there. All good, baby. Let's keep it up.
The victim is the most vulnerable in our community, like a baby, a small child, an old person. Then, you know, you really tend to put a little more heart in it. It's like team sports. When you're on the team, do you always play hard? Yeah, you always play hard, but sometimes you play a little harder, and you can't help it. That's just, you know, that's just human nature.
What about the FBI sending, you know, agents back to Phoenix, which is like 2 hours away? Is that a bad sign?
Not to me, because I'd rather be working from my office, because the FBI has a bunch of closed systems. So we can't just jump on the internet and do all this stuff. I mean, you can for certain things, but a lot of our stuff is very sensitive. So we like to use the FBI systems that are closed to all outside sources. And so it's much easier to work out of a big division or a big office and have everything that you need. You've got the evidence room, you've got access to the cast team, you've got access to everything that you normally would have when you're working an investigation, instead of doing it a little bit on the fly with a laptop and meetings and zooming in, and you know, you can't do a lot of things on Zoom. And so I think it's actually good. It'll give them a chance to, because there's a lot of this work is just elbow grease. It's just hard work. You just gotta, you know,
I'm still sore, but I feel better
to the
when
work.
I
It's
stand
like
up.
doing your taxes. You just gotta do it. You gotta go through it. You gotta
I'm ready to work.
Do they ever bring in a whole new set of, I mean, like if you're an agent working a case and it goes unsolved for a while, will they ever cycle out with a new team to come in, kind of like just for a fresh set of eyes?
Probably not a team, but the case agent is the person that has the ticket or has that case, or a squad. You know, there's always going to be new people coming to the squad, and some people transferring off the squad, whether they're going to another division, going overseas, going to whatever. So there's new blood in there, and sometimes they'll just have the new person, hey, I want you to take a look at this section and tell me what you're thinking.
You're right, Jason.
Or, you know, you have a squad meeting about the case and you talk about everything, and you redirect, you pivot, you try something new.
She's got a lot of makeup on. You see that? You can see it around her eye. They didn't do very good with her. What the heck? She's got a lot of makeup on, man. It's a lot of makeup, yo. You can see, like, they didn't blend it. It's around her eyes and everything, right?
You're always thinking about new things.
What do you want,
then you set up a meeting with the Pima County Sheriffs. Hey, we've got this. Do you have anything that dovetails to this? What can we do together? Is there anything we can do to augment what you're doing? Is there anything you can do to augment what we're doing?
Is it good in some?
Are you guys seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Like, you can see all the makeup around her eyes. It didn't blend well.
Ways, if the public moves on, like, you know, because with so much attention on it, every little thing they were doing, you know, the media is picking up on. Is it, in some ways, is it good if there is not that much attention for a while?
Hey, baby.
No. Well, I think it would have been
There you
good if
go.
there was less
The
press
nightly
in front of the
check-in.
House when they were trying to do all their investigative stuff. I was never comfortable with that because you can't even really talk, you know, and if you're with someone you're mentoring or you're with someone who's your mentor, you don't even feel comfortable asking a question because you think everyone's listening or whatever, or watching. And
Yeah.
so I like to have a little more autonomy or a little more freedom when we're actually working a case because it's such a great
Hey,
place to
baby.
learn. And
You
I
ain't
mean,
gonna
even
miss
though
me
people
tomorrow,
there
y'all.
are all highly, highly
You can be
trained,
like,
it's still a great
what?
place to
He's the
learn. And sometimes,
concealer. It's
I
concealer?
don't know. I was just,
Yeah, it's not looking good though. It's not like blended very well, right, Lee? It's a hello kitty, 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 hello kitty, baby. He likes his jaws rubbed like a big lion. I tried to weigh him today, but he wouldn't stay on the damn scale. It's for me to get an accurate weight. They messed up the blush. All
never
right, I'm
really
good at this.
comfortable with people breathing down my neck, so to speak.
Her
And you're the
eyes
one
look
breathing down
different.
people's
I
necks,
know
Brian
I am.
Enton.
I know. I feel bad. It's just my job, though, you know.
I
But,
know.
but even with the drones now, it is like we can see everything. I mean, you know, back in the day before drones, I remember you'd have to have the chopper up, and that was only up for a little while. Now you can keep the drone up, and we can keep an eye on pretty much everything they're doing.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
so much worse now than it was.
Do you think?
Yeah,
So
people are
that's
showing up
difficult.
about this case, man.
Yeah, I thought about that
Hi,
because when
buddy.
we follow them around the backside, I'm like, they've got to hear the drone and just be like, oh my God, like, you know, I mean, granted, we are not listening to what they're saying.
Brian don't look like he has much makeup on. If he does, it's kind of wearing off. But weigh yourself and then weigh yourself holding him. You're right. I didn't think of that. What the hell was I thinking? I got my weight up. Yep. You know, I was down to 131 pounds. That was my lowest weight scored. I'm already back up to 148 right now. So I've gained 17 pounds back. I don't really notice it, 17 pounds, but I will if I get another 17 pounds on it. Yeah, pick him up. I will. I went down to 131, man. I wonder what did that. Because obviously I didn't have the C word. I didn't get sick like that. I mean, I kind of was sick, you know. I wasn't eating right. I wonder what did that. Probably just not eating right because I couldn't urinate right and shit. It was messing with my sleep and everything. Yeah, she got white teeth. Pretty teeth. Yeah, I went down to 131 pounds from not having an app. It might have been because I remember only eating once a day. And I was eating like the same thing every day. Now I'm switching it all up all the time now. But I got down to one. That's what I looked at all my records and shit, and it said my lowest weight was like I read all the different records, and I looked, and my lowest weight was 131 pounds. He lost 30 pounds or more from it. Okay, great. I think I got another problem coming up though too. I think my hernia, the mesh. I don't know what's going on, but I get a little pain down there every now and then. But I don't know. I don't know what her name is. I've seen her several times though. She works with News Nation. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna eat. I usually get off work around 3. It's like lunchtime. I'll eat that and then I'll eat late, about 8 o'clock before I go to bed. My mom had endometriosis.
Obviously.
Right.
Do you think they did enough at the scene? I mean, last night I noticed late last night the deputy finally left. So there's no longer a deputy guarding
Yes,
the house
Alicia.
anymore. It's just
Well, I want to
totally-
talk about that for a second,
Yeah.
Brian, because no one even knew that guy was there. No one even knew they were guarding that until you mentioned it the other day. I was shocked. Everyone
they've
said,
been
"Oh,
there.
they just released the scene and it's a free for all."
Well, it was a free for all
somebody
initially.
guarding
Like
it?
when we
Good.
got the video of the blood on the front steps, they released the scene.
Good.
Like, then they left. There was no one there for those first
So there is somebody guarding the property. Good.
couple of days. It was just like a normal house, back again. But then when everything started to come out and the FBI got involved, like day 3 or 4, then they came back after we got that video and everything. And there's been a deputy there around the clock since then,
Good.
up until yesterday when they officially said, okay, it's now back in the family's control.
Okay, so there should be no reason to go film Nancy's house then, right? Give them their privacy. I can agree on that, right? Like there really shouldn't be no reason for these reporters to go filming her house all day. I'm glad that JLR hasn't. I respect that man, dude. Anybody can say whatever the fuck they want about that dude, but nobody's on boots on the ground like him. Not even Brian Enton. I give Brian Enton his reporter skills, his talking skills, but when it comes to this shit, JLR is a goat right now. Sorry to say it. Right now. I think Nancy Grace is like the goat for true crime because she's like the first person to like bring it to YouTube and like, I don't know, get other people doing it. But like, I don't even listen to Nancy Grace that much because she gets on my fucking nerves.
So I don't know what they did on their search of that house. They could have done
Thank
an
you, Sassy.
outstanding job. I don't know.
I'm ready, baby.
One would think
I'm
that
ready,
they would
girl.
have more DNA if someone spent 41 minutes in there than
I got
just
my outfit
corrupted
ready.
DNA or whatever.
So I got to wear
um,
dicky pants.
like a mixture. But I'm hoping that they did a
I'll
really
get new shirts from
outstanding
them.
job. And go back to Koberger and go back to all these other cases. They always had way more than they let us believe they had.
Yeah.
And I've never worked a case where the press got it right. We always had way more than anyone knew. And you're proud about that. You're proud that you've been able to, tamp that down and keep it under wraps because it's important for the preservation of the
Nancy's
investigation.
good. I'll give
The
her her
person you have
shit.
to think about every day is
She broke
Nancy.
many cases.
Every day you think about
Ashley's
Nancy.
fire, too.
What would be the best thing we could do for Nancy? Just keep your mouth shut, work the case, bring it to a lot.
Oh, this ain't Ashley. This ain't Ashley, is it? No. No, this ain't Ashley. She's Ashley's the chick that has the other podcast that broke this case, I believe, to the internet. Yeah, Ashley's younger. I don't, she might not be that much younger. We've watched her though. I don't think that's Ashley.
Logical conclusion and find out who did this.
Yeah, and I've wondered some of the stuff that even the FBI has released. Like, it was federal sources who said that one photo came from
I'll be right back.
earlier,
We'll get a drink.
and it wasn't from the same day. Remember the 2 photos from the front?
Yeah,
and then
which kind of surprised me. I
Yeah.
actually thought that photo, if you and I were to put money on it when we first saw it, I would have said that photo was from after Nancy was put in the vehicle. He came back without his backpack on, and he was checking to make sure he didn't drop anything. But see, I was wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, the sheriff is insisting that they don't know still that it could be from the same day, but I actually have one of the federal sources, and I believe that it is going to be from a previous day.
Who is? Dude is talking about shit. Dolly. Who you talking about? White Boy Lockdown Radio? That's who's doing it, Bobby? Dolly, I hate to say it, but Dolly struck this guy. Struck his page. That's not cool, Dolly. You know that's not cool. Yeah, I think he fucked up doing that. I thought Dolly had more sense than that. That kind of I don't know Dolly to do shit like that. And why Dolly did that, I have no clue, man. Like, he must not be able to take the heat that this dude's bringing. All right, 9J5. Because striking pages is no good. No lot. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, I mean, it's just YouTube etiquette, buddy. Why are you striking people? Why are you doxing people? Like, you've got enough viewers, you got enough people that watch you, Dolly. You don't need to be like, you know better than to strike somebody for fair use content, man. That ain't cool. Especially when you don't plan on doing nothing with it. Are you suing him? Because if you don't, then his video goes right back up. All you got to do is counter notification. You know how many people that are in my content detection that I pull I can go on my content. Well, it'd be against YouTube rules right now, but I could go show you. We got a little thing in the studio where you can click it and it says content detection. And it's where YouTube has noticed that it's given a trigger that people have used your content. And I got a list out of this world. But never have I thought about striking anybody. Never. It's dumb, it's childish, it's petty, and it's stupid.
I don't know this part, but I think it's going to end up being the January 11th day. Because they were asking it just makes sense. They were asking all the neighbors for video from that day. So they must have known that he was there that day, you know?
Right.
Which is weeks earlier, which it's interesting with the neighbors. They were really creeped out by that. Like, just like knowing that this guy was casing the house possibly for weeks.
Super creepy.
I bet, dude. Yeah. That's creepy. I've been saying that.
If you consider what if he was casing 4 or 5 of those houses?
Yeah. Right.
I would have my house locked down with cameras right now, and the street. If I lived on that block, I'd be getting cameras on the street to see who's driving down my block. And another thing that people do with cameras, because my company does security threat assessments and cameras and stuff like that. Everybody always puts a camera from like up here. You have to put one up here and then one like down here, because when a bad guy sees a camera, they always turn down to the other side, and that's where we always hide a camera. So when they turn away, we get a much better
good idea. Yeah, I never thought of that.
That's a good fucking point.
But the same holds true for the cameras on the street.
Yeah, I've seen Dolly knocking JLR while watching his footage. That's not cool, man. Unless you're attacking that person. You know what I mean? I could see it then. Then you're lolcowing him, you're attacking him, you're giving him the business, right? But why would you give I have no I got no fucking reason for somebody putting a strike out, dude. That's fucking stupid. Because White Boy Lockdown Radio just counter notificationed him. And now Dolly has 30 days to show YouTube, or 10 days to show YouTube that he's suing this person, that he's got a reason for them to take the video, and he's putting the law down on him. And if he doesn't, then he's got a chance of losing his channel for putting out false strikes. And that's the truth. I would hit him back with a false strike. Dolly's messing around with them strikes, man. That shit ain't going, bro. Fair use is fair use. Yeah, I watched Lockdown. He's fairly new to the game, but he seems like a solid dude, man. He does. If he's out here striking fucking Dolly's out here striking him, he's got a right. Dolly had the okay, but did Dolly have the okay to fucking dog him? Typically, that's the reason why people do get struck, is that not only are you using my content, but you're using it to dog me. That's That's how people get struck. But like to use it, just to be using it and talk about the case, there's like JLR don't give a fuck. He ain't gonna strike nobody anyway. He don't give a fuck what Dolly says. He don't.
You want to get it where you can see the vehicle
I
and see
know
what
Dolly from before when he was Dolly. I know him when he was Jimmy Jams. And he's always been straight with me. I just think that was a bad move to be striking people. That's just my opinion.
vehicle it is, but you also want one that sees the tag. And you're going to want to see one that's going to see the
Yeah,
tag from
JLR
behind
knows
because
fair
not
use,
everyone
guys.
has tags on the front
Everybody
of the cars.
YouTube
Is Arizona a state where they don't have to have the tag on the front? Is that correct?
I'm in a parking lot right now. I don't. No, they don't. At least the ones I'm looking at out here, they don't have to. Do you have to in California?
Yes.
Yeah, in Florida, where I'm from, you don't either.
Yeah, so then you have to position your cameras in such a way that they'll
Still like
capture
Dolly. I just think it was a
tag
bad
from the
move.
rear of the vehicle.
Bad move, man.
So do you? I mean,
that's definitely not the way to get somebody to quit talking about you. Now you've just fueled the fire by sending out a false copyright strike. The only people that get away with copyright striking is big companies, like the music companies, the film companies. Like you can't just come on here and watch a movie. Ain't gonna happen. They're gonna strike it down. They might not even strike you and give you a penalty, but they're gonna take it down. No, and he's never on the ground. You're funny, Sheila. He was out there for a little bit, wasn't he?
No, you've been working on, not on the inside.
He was out there for a
we've
little
been
bit.
talking about this case for a long time now. It's been almost a month. Do you have one theory that you're holding on to? I mean, is there something in your gut after all you've learned?
Yes.
Are you allowed?
But I'm not going to talk about it. No.
Okay, it's still the same thing you don't want to talk about.
JLR is the goat of boots on the ground.
Interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of people. I still don't know what to think.
For the YouTube
I really don't. Someone asked me outside the house just now, like, so what do you really think? It's just, I don't know. It's so mysterious. I sit outside the house and I look at the door and I just think about like what happened here early on February.
So
you know, I still don't know what to think.
I don't either.
A couple of days where
so lost.
I'd wake up in the morning and wonder what in the hell happened, because there are just too many competing.
Yeah, if you tell the people you need money to do something, you better do it. They're going to hold you to it.
It seems like, and it's you know, like even in the Koberger case, or the Idaho case, I should call it, because I don't want any credit. Even in that case, it was pretty clear to me from walking around that back of that house where it happened.
Don't Dolly sell soap?
Someone
and
was
shit too?
stalking one of the girls and went in there to do what he did to them, and then it turned into a fight. Oftentimes, it ends up being a lot more physical than you imagine, and so it turns into a fight, and then he wakes up the other people, and now he's in a fight at the next landing lower, and then he was exhausted. The reason he probably didn't notice that roommate downstairs was because when you're in a situation like that, your eardrums are pounding. Like, have you ever been in a situation where all you can hear is boom, 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 boom?
No,
boom,
yeah,
boom?
I have.
You wouldn't even.
I have.
You haven't?
That's the adrenaline.
We're gonna have to. When you're really scared, or you're in a fight, or your heart is pounding.
Yeah, I've had that when and you can just feel it. Yeah,
you can feel it in your eardrums, just pounding.
Yep.
And so
we all haven't been
that
FBI
happens,
agents, Maureen. We all haven't been in heart-stopping situations like you. So
yeah, we may have to test your metal a little bit here, Brian. Maybe get you out on the range, and we can charge all your viewers that love you so much, all those kind women. Come out and see Maureen scare Brian really badly. You guys can all comfort him when it's over.
That would be too embarrassing.
That would be funny.
So,
but anyhow, what are you getting at though with the pounding? What do you mean?
I don't think the offender in the Idaho killing case could hear her door squeak open, or was you just get tunnel vision a little bit when you've been involved in a fight and then another fight and then another fight. he was just trying to get out of there, and he was probably breathing very heavy, and his ears were pounding.
Yeah,
and,
Brian's good.
You become hyper focused. So that's what
Brian
I think
is
happened
the real
there.
deal. He is.
How does that connect back to Nancy, though?
No
You
doubt.
think that
Brian
the person may
is
have
the
been in
real
the
deal.
same state?
Well, no, what I'm saying is with that situation, everyone was saying, well, how could it be with 4 people? There had to be 3 people in there all at once. No, that didn't make sense to me. You always go
One
to
or
this,
two did this, I
start
think.
with the simpler version. You know, what could have happened? Why did it happen? First of all, if you start asking why would this happen? Why would this be of value to anyone? Who would gain something from this, and what would it be that they would gain? So when you start from that type of mindset, you can oftentimes find an easier path of what happened, or what you think happened, or what your theory is, or a working theory, or starting theory, or whatever. But there were just too many strange things going on. And now that the ransom notes have been debunked, it sort of clears the path a little bit. The fact that no one's coming forward for this $1 million when they can get it, it's, you know, if you can get it in cash, it's tax free, because there's how they got to find out who you are.
Right.
He used a K bar. How we know he used a K bar? How we know that? Those motherfuckers are expensive. Shit, you can't find a fucking K bar unless it's $60 for at least a little folding knife. Motherfucker be this big for $60. Oh, okay. Okay. I got you.
You know,
Fucking,
that tells me it
they
wasn't a
make good knives.
kidnapping.
They're as good as the other
That it
one.
was a
They're as
murder.
good as
Well, because the
And if you're gonna-
kidnapping, they would have proof of life, and they would be trying to get something, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the whole point.
I think
The
people
whole
can sharpen
point.
whatever knife.
It's like opening a
I can
opening a
make a
restaurant
knife
and never
sharp as
serving
shit.
food. No one's going to do that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So it's more of either a murder
They're
or
nice
like an
knives.
abduction.
They are. They're good knives.
Or a murder
I
where
got a few
somehow the
automatic
offender's
knives,
DNA
like
got someplace on her or something
front
like that.
open
Or,
knives,
you know, I'm still
switchblade.
operating under the assumption that he had a tarp with him to roll her up and carry her out. I don't know, but
They're called out the fronts.
time will tell. And I'm still praying that she's being cared for someone, but those hopeful thoughts are diminishing with no one coming forward for the $1 million.
Right.
That's
I
the
interviewed
truth.
this local.
That's the whole truth, nothing but the truth. They got rid of her because they could not keep taking care of her. That would be the biggest reason too if I was the criminal. If I was the criminal, shit, I'm getting rid of you. And then I'm just going to hope and pray that whenever they find you, that nothing links back to me. I made no mistakes. Because you're going to have to do some major shit when you dump her. Like, you're going to do a cleanup mission, buddy. You got to think whatever car they were in, her blood's in there somewhere. Shit, Chris, I've been stabbed in the face and in the neck. I got hit here. My thumb damn near got cut off because I tried to grab it with my what was this one right here? I tried to grab it with my hand, and then he ended up getting me here and here. But it was a butcher knife, kind of like a Michael Myers, Jason butcher knife thing that you see in the kitchen, big one. Yeah, it was rowdy that night. Damn near lost my life. It's crazy. I remember seeing it when he hit me. The blood just fucking went splattered all over the fucking wall, man. It was like, I was like, holy shit, I'm going to die. That's a lot of blood. And I grabbed my face like this because I felt like he got me here. I felt the face shot, but then like the neck is when I didn't even know, but I tried to yell. I tried to like scream at him, but I couldn't even scream. So I was like, oh shit. I thought he got my jugular vein. I did. It was crazy that night. All because he wanted to sit and beat on his fucking girlfriend. Yep. The chick I was with, she was on him, boy. and he ended up cutting her on the top of the head, cut her scalp open. The neighbor was on the phone. I was on parole, so I was like, I'm getting out of here. I got a shirt. I took the shirt off and tied it around my neck. I'm out in the yard, fucking tying around my neck, still trying to fight this dude. He wouldn't get close enough to me when we were in the yard, but he got me at the door. That's what he did. I was trying to go out the door, but I heard knives and shit jingling, so I turned around. And he was already coming through the fucking living room on me. Yeah. Crazy night. Crazy night. I got stitched up and went right back home. When the cops come, I went all the way to my house, which was like 2 miles from there. I banged on the front doors. Nobody was there. My mom looked out the window like, what the fuck? And I'm just, my cheeks hanging open. I'm like, let me in. She called the police immediately. Police were over, come rushing to my house because, like, why the hell was there no victim at this scene? Because they ran over there to his house. They arrested him, but they didn't have no victim. We left. The chick was driving with two holes in her skull. We were rowdy, man. I was young. We were rowdy. Yeah, we were rowdy. They wanted to get him for attempted murder, but he was a friend of mine. We went back for years and years. And I told him, no. And then they got him for aggravated battery. I gave him a little bit of a let go a little bit. They were charging him regardless. They told me whether you like it or not. But I was like, I'm not showing up to court for charging for attempted murder. We were all drunk, smashed, man. And the next day, his wife took a fucking restraining order out on me. Like I was going to come back and kill her or something, dude. I was in there trying to protect her. Yeah, we were drunk. I was trying to protect her, man. Because what happened was he started picking on her and shit, fucking punching her. And then he got serious. And then he started doing it even harder and worse. And the chick that I was with was like, oh, fuck this. And she kept looking at me. I was like, stay out. Eventually, she got in the middle of it, dude. And when she got in the middle of it, he got on her. And I had no choice at that moment. So I hit him. I stuck him right in his fucking shit and knocked him out. I completely knocked him out. But when I grabbed my beer, I went to go to the door, and by the time I got to that front door, man, I had a case of beer in my hand. I tried to set down the beer, and I went to grab the knife because he was already come running through there with a knife. Yep. He woke up probably 5 seconds after I knocked him out, and it was on and popping. It was wild, man. I think he ended up doing like 6 years on it because he got like 2 years to do. And then he had like so much house arrest, but he fucked his house arrest up. Yeah, it's a true story, man.
Detective who was in that he's retired now, but he was in that area for a long time, working in that area, and he worked burglaries in that area.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was like he was great, and he really thinks that it's a burglary.
I don't like people whipping on women.
And he
I don't
was
think it's
explaining
cute
to me
at
that
all.
with these burglars in that area, when he used to investigate them, they all have criminal histories, so that they'll do anything not to get caught. He was saying they'd run barefoot through the cactuses just because they know that they're screwed because they've already got these histories. They're going to end up in jail for a long time. So he thinks that his theory was something went wrong where Nancy died.
Look, it's Cuddle Waddle. That's the initials. Cuddle Waddle gave me $20, y'all. Shout out to Cuddle Waddle, Cuddle Monster. Shout out to you, girl.
Right now, 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 right now.
And she ended up going right back to the same man. She died. She ended up dying with him. He didn't kill her, but everybody thought that he did at first because she died in the bathtub. And everybody was like, what the fuck? Everybody did think that he killed her because he did have a really, really bad problem. The family knew he would hit her and shit. Like, you know what it is when there's domestic violence. He would get drunk and do it. He would never do it when he was sober, but he was always get drunk and hit her. And everybody did think that he did it because he went to work and he came back home and found her dead in the tub. And everybody thought he did it for a while. I wasn't around at the time. I wasn't cool with him no more. But I heard through the grapevine that everybody they did a whole thing on her. And what happened was she got pregnant and had her tubes tied, and it ended up killing her. Yeah. That's dangerous as shit, man. Yep, she was pregnant with her tubes tied, and it killed her, and she died in the bathtub. And he had a sister. They got high on heroin and went and took a shower and nodded out on heroin in the bathtub and smacked her head on the side tub and killed her too. He ended up dying with COVID, face first on the carpet, couldn't breathe. It's fucking like family fucking curse or some shit. I'm serious. Yeah. The dude that did it all to me is now dead too. He had the C word, and his new girlfriend came home, found him laying face down, all blue. Yeah. Only the righteous make it out, baby. I've seen so many of my people pass away. So many. So many.
And they'll do whatever it takes to cover that up because
I'm happy to be alive,
take
man.
the blame for that.
I give grace to
they've
God.
already got a criminal history.
Okay. I mean, his theory's as good as anyone's, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he worked that area and he sounded very squared away. And it was sad to hear in his voice the hardship that
the bank Mark Bandit out of Indy back in 2004. I don't remember. 48 counts of robbery. Damn.
the department is going through.
48 counts.
And the office or the detectives and deputies are going through because of all this nonsense that has happened. I just hope that the sheriff turns out to be some sort of genius that outsmarted all of us. I really hope that's the case.
Well, he's quiet
I apologize.
But also, he was maybe he hasn't been doing the interviews and stuff like he was. It's
thank you, 1985.
Kind of got hiding.
I pray now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to not.
So we'll see. Maureen, it's always good to talk with you.
It's Maureen.
I appreciate you.
Yep, I appreciate you too, buddy.
Bye.
1985 when did that Google image reverse search. Got her name, baby.
As always, I really appreciate Maureen for talking with me.
In this bitch.
You guys for checking out my show and subscribing. Everybody subscribing, it's awesome. I really appreciate it. I want to read you guys some of the messages.
Dude, we're at war as well. But I'm not letting that distract me.
Nancy.
Okay. I know we're at war, and I'm not letting that distract me from this. Because I very well could be talking about Iranian shit. But you know what? I know that I live in one of the single most best planets on the single most best countries on the planet Earth, and they got our back. They're going to destroy Iran without even landing a person there. Watch. It'll be bombs away.
Holding you in our hearts.
Let's go,
bless you and your family.
America.
We all have had a mother. Bring closure to this family. Bring Nancy home safe. We are praying for all the family. Praying for you every night. You come home, never stop praying.
Beautiful, guys.
Home free, have faith and hope.
I hope somebody does something like that for me if I ever get fucking kidnapped. They'll bring me back. They won't want me.
For Mama Nancy. Tucson Appliance is here.
You're trying to clean up all crime scenes.
God is with you wherever you are. Minnesota is praying for you. So someone from Minnesota came out here. Prayers and positive thoughts. Bring her home. So many messages.
Yeah, they're trying to hit everywhere that we are. But the problem is, everywhere around them are for America now. All the Muslim leaders, they're for America around. All of them that surround in Iran are for us. The only people that could get involved with this war is China and Russia. I don't think China is in the best place to be attacking America right now, since we're single-handedly the reason they make money. China goods, man. We use a lot of China goods. Look around in your house. I bet you can't find one thing in your living room that says made in America in it. Unless you just got some good old fashioned wood making people and all that, you know. Your TVs, your electronics. Everything you think's made in America is halfway made in China. Then brung over here finished with a few bolts. We're worried about our big cities, of course. We're always got to be on standby. Absolutely. Yep. But hey, that's the part of war. I think America could take China and Russia on. I truly believe that. We are something else as a country compared to these other countries. I promise. I don't think they stand a chance against just us.
Praying for Nancy and family. God bless you.
See, got another team we ordered today.
Nancy, the Lord will bring you home to
We
your
love
family
Chinese
no
products.
matter.
I love Sony.
What,
Sony's my favorite product of all time with electronics. Sony is
Cameron,
bomb.
Savannah, Tucson is with you. Mostly what God does is love you.
There
Praying
you
for your
go. Ted
safe
Nugent book.
return.
There
So
you
many
go.
nice messages. Thinking of you, bring home Nancy.
Yeah, our big cities
Guthrie
could be
family, our
attacked.
community is praying for
People
all
are
of you. We
already
stand
here
by
that
you.
can do that problem.
Prayers. You can just see how big the banner is out here.
They paid some money for that banner.
Do you mind if I talk to you? You don't want to? Okay, no problem. It's a nice lady I met. You're from Miami, though. Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. So.
It is heartbreaking, y'all. It is heartbreaking.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Yes, they do. 1985. They make great TVs. They make great everything. Cameras are top notch. They make great everything. Sony's the next camera I'm getting. I got my eyes on it. I just got to gear up enough money to make it. Yep. Be streaming from a Sony soon, hopefully. A lot of my tools in my closet are made in America. I don't like buying Japanese tools unless I just need a quick fucking saw or something. I'll go to like Harbor Freight, grab like a cheap saw to use real quick. But my tools are made in America for sure. Kicker and Pioneer back in the day, yeah. Kicker was I had a fucking Cadillac that had 315 kicker CVRs in it. That thing used to fucking hound, son. It would rock and roll, man. Yeah, I had a big old 4,000 watt fucking Rockford Fallsgate amp on it. It was nasty. I missed that car. That car was nasty. Had it sitting on 28s. That motherfucker sat up. Had fucking neon lights all around the bottom of it. Had a fucking 30-inch flip down in the back. I had visor fucking cameras. I had visor screens in it. All through it. Headrest screens. That thing was so sick. Still got pictures of it somewhere. I love that car. I'm a Cadillac freak. I like Cadillac, but the problem I don't like with them is they're so expensive to fix. That Cadillac it was a 97. It had one of the motors in it that went in sideways. So you had to pull the motor every time you did something to it. I forget what it was called, North Star. It had aluminum heads on it. That's what ended up happening to it. The fucking water pump went out on it and busted my heads. That car was sick. Yeah, I like the Cadillac. I like the Cadillac brand. I mean, I've had Cadillacs I got rid of that I've never had to even change the oil on, man. Straight up. Never had nothing wrong with them. I had a Lexus fucking SUV one time. Never had to do shit to that truck. Never did nothing but change the brakes and the gas and the oil. That Lexus gave me so many miles. And it was a good vehicle, man. Just a good ass vehicle. I missed that truck too. It wasn't real pretty, but I got 2 Cadillacs out there now. One of them's got to go. One of them's getting ready to go. I ain't gonna get much out of it though. It needs a fuel pump. Yep. Dude, to change, I had an oil pan go out on my 97 North Star. They had to pull the fucking motor to change an oil pan. I was like, Jesus, they were charging me $350 every time just to fucking pull the motor, to do any work to it. $350 out the gate. Yes. Are you going to Indy for the shows? Out at fucking Raceway Garden? Indy Raceway? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I gotta get rid of one. I think I'm gonna get rid of this fucking. I got an Escalade that's the truck. You know what I'm talking about? It's the truck version, so it's got a back seat, but then it's got like a half a fucking bed on it. I gotta get rid of that thing. It's a piece of shit. It's been rode and dogged and rode again. It needs a fuel pump, but I think if somebody puts a fuel pump on it, they can drive away. Might have to charge the battery. It's been sitting for about a year. But I got another Escalade that's a SUV. I got to keep it. That's my only fucking transportation. But I am thinking about just getting a cheap car, bro. Hell yeah. Gotta go to work, Bobby. Gotta get out and get to work, baby. 300,000 miles on it. Fire. Yeah, you can get every now and then people run across good engines, man. Like some engines can go up to fucking 600, 700, 800,000 miles, man. Some people can run across good engines, and as long as you take care of them, they'll last forever. Sorry, I'm way off topic, but I'm going to end the show soon, so we're just kicking it, okay? Sorry about that, but this is not ran how like Nancy Grace. Appreciate you guys, man. Yes, I do recommend Cherry Float. It's called Cherry Float. It's a great Coke. It's kind of like Cherry Coke, and you can taste a little bit of ice cream at the end, like at the end of it, barely. Enough to change the taste a little. Pretty good. Go buy some. I got it at Walmart. Bought 2 12-packs of it. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm thinking about getting rid of my shit to get a little car, but I also don't want to. I don't want to fuck up that I do have a pickup somewhat. It's nice to have one, man. It's nice to have one. Yeah, I'll never get another car payment. Hell no. Hell no, dude. I'm too poor to have a car payment. Mm-mm. If I'd have had a car payment right now, I'd have fucking been out of car. They'd have come repoed my shit by now. But I definitely didn't have the money to pay no car payment. Not after I was sick. But, I think if I'd have let some shit go, I could have still bounced back from some things. I didn't let any of my bills go, though. Vanilla coffee creamer? Okay. I'll try that. Definitely try that. If it's good, I'll be adding butterscotch, all that shit to it. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it in 1985. Not right now. Hell no. I don't ever want to do it. Let karma go. I can't. I can't. Can't. I will miss him. I will miss him. I will miss that little guy. Like, no way, Jose. He's my friend. He's my favorite friend. Out of all my friends, he's the best. He's sitting at the edge of the bed, sleeping. Send him. Sure. Okay. You send me pics of him. Okay. That won't heal the hole in my heart, though. That won't heal the hole in my heart from my kitty cat. A pink Dodge Ram? That sounds cool. Pink one, huh? I had a Dodge Ram back in the day. It was like when they first started changing the hood scoop to like being like rounded. I had a Durango. Then I had a 2015 Durango with the Hemi in it. That motherfucker was sharp. It was fire, man. Pull a fucking tree out of the ground. Everybody, God bless y'all. Let's hope this woman gets found. I don't know what this cat's done with her, where he's put her, where these people have put her, but they've done something with her, right? Like, obviously. Is it far away from Nancy? I hope we get some new information tonight. JLR is currently sitting at the police station, putting in that work. Let's go check in with him real quick. Go check in with him real quick.
He gave himself away saying he was at Nancy's home Saturday. Just saying. And I wanted to say that because I saw your comment pop up because, you know, going back to...
Who said it was at Nancy's house?
You know, Nanos.
I'll finish this doobie with y'all, man. Hold on. I ain't going nowhere yet.
A lot of people have something to say. I personally
ain't got to be in bed yet.
Misspoke. I really do. I just think he misspoke when he said we were there Saturday. And I think he knows
about
that.
10 o'clock, I got to be in bed.
Why he stopped giving press conferences, because you don't want to shoot himself in the foot.
I know, Bub. I was, Pox. I was.
Nancy Guthrie case.
I know I was, man. I was scared to death.
We are starting to get dark out here. It's getting dark outside the Pima County Sheriff's Office.
420 somewhere.
One of these vehicles might apprehend the suspect.
420
one day here.
Somewhere.
One of these vehicles. We got about another 15 minutes or so to chit chat.
A geostorm? Okay.
Luke.
The only new car I've ever owned was a Cavalier. It was a Chevy Cavalier. I think it was a 2001. Right when they first made them. Not first made them, but it was a brand new car in 2001.
Carlos and Luke. But ever since that, they have
2003, maybe. It was about 2003.
Any type of raid again.
I ended up going to dead over it.
Not at all. Tomorrow morning, there's going to be a search.
Yeah, Indiana's got cool,
interesting. I hope
cool ways of owning vehicles.
People out there. Because at the very least, it brings public awareness to Nancy.
Yeah, I can plate a car here in Indiana, and I don't. My license are gone. Yeah, I can get one plated right now. All I got to do is go to the BMV, give my ID, show them that I got insurance on it, and boom, they have to plate it because I can just tell them that it's sitting. It's just a sitting car. I don't have my license right now, but I do own this car. And yep, they'll plate it. Yep, they'll plate it. Just give them a fake insurance number. That's all you gotta do. They don't ask for shit. They just want an insurance number. That's a good chunk of money, Florida. Hell yeah.
Well, why haven't we gotten to press conferences? Why hasn't there been any action? Been very, very quiet. Yes, I think it was a big deal that Savannah and Tamosso and Annie went to the house today.
Big deal.
Why they chose to go today at that particular time. Why they go there to leave flowers at Nancy's home. I don't even think they went in the house. I think this was more like they just arrived in the SUV and they arrive to Nancy's home. They get out of the SUV. They go lay flowers. She lays a card, and then they get back in and leave. They don't even go inside the house.
Yeah, you just got to give them a fake insurance number.
It's just to pay respect.
Or all you got to do.
Individual, and then
here's what I usually do. Insurance wants to charge me out the ass, right? Because I don't have a license. So I usually just get it for the 1 month. And boom, I take it into the insurance into the fucking BMV. I'll give them a real number and everything. And I got insurance, but then I don't pay it. Shit, what?
Showing
can't play. I can't have insurance anyways. If I get caught driving without insurance,
flowers,
then it's nothing because I don't have a license anyway. What the fuck do I need insurance for? I'm automatically in the wrong if I do anything wrong. If I wreck, it's on me.
Literally on standby. Like I have seen like other media here kind of like coming through, but it's like all quiet.
Yeah, insurance ain't cheap, man.
Or is this case actually getting cold?
Getting cold, man. I feel like it is. Or maybe they want us to believe it's getting cold. But if you got 10,000 hours of footage to search through, that means you really don't have much, right? Because you got to go through all this footage because you don't have much. And you're looking for any little thing. Correct? How would you feel if this was your mother? Let's look at this poll, man. 68% out of 76 people that voted says they would give up their accomplice for that $1 million. That's telling because that tells me that a lot of you are good people and probably want to give this person up. It would suck to be a family member though, wouldn't it? It would. To have to give up your son or your daughter, you know? Give up your son or your daughter for something that they did horrible. And then you know that you're never going to see them free again. I mean, how do you do that? I would have to do that. If I knew my son or daughter did something like this, I would end up having to tell on them. Because it's the right thing to do. Sup, Thumper? It's the right thing to do, right? I feel like the case is getting cold, though. The less they talk to us, the less information they give us. I feel like they're at a standstill. I hope not, though. You guys have a beautiful evening. Thanks for kicking it with me, man. Oh, Big Patrick's got a court date tomorrow. We'll see what happens with that, right? Anything different happens with him? If it gets extended or whatever, I'm not following it. But something different happens if he gets it, taken off, or, if he gets a break on it, I'll cover it. I'll cover it fair though. I appreciate you guys. Y'all, shout out to you guys, man, in the chat. If you haven't become a member already, become a member. Get that members only Discord. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Right now, 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 right
now. Peace. My shit ain't working, man.